You're listening to Potty Mouth Radio, the home of movies, music, television, and comedy. This podcast is filmed in front of a live studio audience and contains coarse language. Could it be any more spoilery about a 25-year-old sitcom? Hello everybody and welcome back to the one where we watched a Friends rewatch podcast, where this week we watched the one where Ross finds out. How you doing, Noosk?
Good.
That's good.
Bit shattered.
Yeah, but we're back. We're back. We had a
yeah.
couple of weeks off. We're sorry, everybody. Thank you for all the love we got in the Facebook listener community of people wondering where we'd gone.
That was sweet.
Yes.
You
See?
sent me those screenshots. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I had to send
nice.
screenshots because Noosk is above checking the Facebook listener community.
What? I'm not above it. I'm not. Am I in it? I don't think I'm in it.
I think you are.
I am above it.
You still owe people your Chandler face.
I don't even know or remember what that was in reference to.
Well, maybe if you stopped having martinis and hot toddies every time we recorded, maybe you'd remember these things.
Good for my voice. I've had a cough.
But it's lovely to be back, and we
Yeah.
promise that from now on we will be regular again. We just had some stuff going on. Very sadly, my granddad passed, and so we spent the last couple of weeks spending some time with family, preparing for the funeral.
So loved.
He was a wonderful man.
It was a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for checking in, but we're back now. We're here, and we're going to be more regular. And this week
That
we
makes
watched.
us sound like a poo or something.
That's right. We've had our Metamucil. And this week we watched the one where Ross finds out, which is the 7th episode of the 2nd season of Friends and the 31st episode overall. It aired on November 9, 1995. Almost 30 years ago to the day. Well, 29 years ago. But you know what I mean.
That's not fast math. We don't live in Tulsa.
Was written by Michael Borkow, which is a
Borkow.
name that we have not seen before.
Volkow.
And, all right, let's get straight into it. I believe it's your turn to do the synopsis.
What?
To be honest, I actually
Shit.
don't remember who did it last,
No,
but
I think,
I'm pretty
think
sure.
you did it last. I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a while.
So, your turn. Are you ready?
No.
Too bad.
Okay.
Here it comes. Go.
All right. So the crux of the episode is, of course, it's the one where Ross finds out. Rachel goes on a date, behaves appallingly, leaves a voicemail for Ross, and basically tells him she has feelings for him. Trouble ensues. The B storyline is Chandler's put on a little bit of weight, and Monica is like his exercise coach. I don't know. It's very weird. And then the C storyline is that Phoebe's date won't put out, and she talks to Joey about it. Yeah. Haha.
You did it.
I did it.
You did it. That was pretty easy.
Yeah, all right. I had 3 storylines. You've done worse when there's only 2.
True. So we open in the apartment. All the guys are there except for Chandler, who comes in from a date saying that it went awful. What is wrong with
Yeah.
him? Why does he repel women?
And is he hideously unattractive?
Yes.
I don't feel like this conversation would happen these days at all.
What do you mean?
Like the conversation we're about to talk about. I just don't think it would happen.
Really?
No.
Okay. Well,
Real friends boost each other up, Phoebes.
I was going to say, it's surprising that it's your girl Phoebes here
I
who
know.
is cruel.
Well, she's not cruel. Look, sometimes you do need to be painfully honest with a friend for the sake of like their health, but I'm talking about when they're like using heroin. I'm not talking about when they're still carrying a little holiday weight.
Yeah, so she says to Chandler, it's fine, you know, I go through this every time I gain a little weight as well. And,
Poor women everywhere.
but
And then he's like, oh, I've put on weight.
as
then-
a jolly fat man, Chandler is not at all heavy.
No. Not at all. He's
not
thin.
even. He's
And they have
thin.
like put on an extra sweater vest. It's
I am
pathetic.
like,
It's reaching.
I am sadly right now the heaviest I've ever been.
This storyline is reaching.
Yeah.
I know you're the heaviest you've ever been. I am also the heaviest I've ever been. It has been a stressful fucking year.
You know who's not the heaviest they've ever been? Chandler. He's fucking fine.
For a second, I was like, wait, who? Oh, I'm so tired. Oh my God. Yeah, but also weight fluctuates. That's life.
Yeah.
And if you are someone whose weight never fluctuates, you've kind of got your own issues going on. You know what I mean? Like you hold a very rigid lifestyle. And that's fine. Good for you. Good for having discipline, blah, whatever. Good on you for eating salad all the time. I don't know. Going for runs. That's not me.
No. But apparently it is Monica. And so she says to Chandler,
yeah,
let
I
me
would
fix you.
anticipate that about Monica's personality.
Well,
Yeah,
and
let me fix you.
also
What a-
she's done it. She was very heavy and she lost all the weight and
Yes.
she's kept it off.
Which also, mad respect. Like, we have a friend who's done that. And I remember when it was once revealed at a dinner party just how much weight they had lost. And I texted them later because I didn't want to make a big point at the time. And I was like, just FYI, well done. That is amazing. I wish I had your discipline. It just, oh man, it's so much effort.
Yeah, I
And
did
chips
it.
taste so good.
It was 6 years ago that I dropped 32 kilos, and
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ever getting back there.
We'll do it.
Yeah,
Tonight we had popcorn instead of chips. Look at us
I didn't
go.
even have popcorn.
Oh, all right. Mother Teresa.
But anyway, so Chandler reluctantly agrees that Monica can help fix him.
Yes. What a line to say to one of your dearest friends or anyone. Let me fix you.
It gets crueler. I mean,
gets so much crueler.
It's really funny. But Phoebe's like, "Come on, let me give you a hug," and then pretends that her arms can't
Yeah.
reach around his back.
Hilarious.
When they so clearly can. He's
Yeah.
a thin man.
I know. They actually do reach around his back.
Oh,
And
so
then some.
silly.
Yeah, I just don't think, like, obviously, when you are really, really good friends with someone, you can talk openly with them,
Yep.
but you still don't, I don't feel like you make jokes like that at their expense. You still boost them up and then you self-deprecate alongside them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't feel like that conversation would happen these days. So then we get some shottily shot B-roll of New York City. Was the helicopter really choppy that day? What the fuck's going on there?
I didn't notice.
I did.
And I'm a lensman.
A lensman.
Yeah. I'm fancier than a cameraman. I'm a lensman.
A lensman. Is that the person who fetches the lens for the camera?
No.
Sounds
I
like it.
fetch my own lenses and put them on my camera
As
myself.
if you make Todd do it.
I do.
Anyway, so then we're outside in the apartment hallways and we're getting up early to go for a run. Chandler's really excited. He's bouncing around.
How excited is he? Because
He's
apparently
bouncing.
Monica can see right through those pants.
Yeah, I've never seen you in tight shorts before, and he goes to change.
Yeah.
And then we get a montage.
Yeah,
Oh,
a workout montage.
a workout
while
montage.
Macho Man plays.
But the joke is he's not Macho Man.
That's right. They're going for a jog. He sneakily tries to hop into a cab.
Fair enough.
They're doing.
Not sneakily tries to, achieves it.
Yeah.
Good on him.
He's doing. Are these sit-ups, crunches? What are they called?
Oh, honey, they're both. They're the same thing.
Oh, they're the same thing.
Maybe we should exercise together.
Wait, a sit-up and a crunch is the same thing.
Yes, love.
Okay.
Did you not know that?
I did not.
PE failed you. Wow.
I did the beep test.
We all did the beep test and
So
suffered.
he's doing crunches. She says if he does 5 more, she'll flash him.
I know. Oh my God.
He immediately starts, getting back into it, but
But he can only get to 2.5.
yeah, and asks just to see one of them.
Yep. Ha 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 ha. Boob joke. Funny.
Come on, that is funny. It's not a joke about boobs, it's a joke about men.
Yeah, true.
So then we're in the coffee shop, and Chandler is in immense pain after his workout. I don't know what he's been working out, but he seems... Is it just me? It seems to imply that like his mouth is sore when he's trying to drink his coffee, or is it his arm when he's lifting up his coffee cup?
Yes, his biceps are sore.
Right. He says
Or
Monica's
his pectorals.
insane. She's insane. It's before work. It's after
we knew
work.
that.
It's during work. She's got him doing butt clenches at his desk.
They won't deliver his mail anymore. What do
Yeah.
you reckon that means?
Yeah,
Like
I'm
he's doing
not sure.
butt clenches, so maybe it looks like he's doing something sexual at his desk?
Maybe. Yeah,
It's
that
weird.
I mean, I don't know. I'm doing butt clenches right now. Can you tell?
No.
No.
But
you
I
don't
don't
make
think
any motion
No,
doing
no,
them.
look at me. Look, I'll do butt clenches. See, you're doing them really bad. You actually do have to move. You actually have to move muscles. I don't think you
We've
were clenching
established
anything.
I'm not good at exercise.
Yeah.
But then Phoebe comes in from a date, and she is very upset that the guy won't put out. She's gagging for it. And he
Don't
won't
say
do it.
gagging for it. Oh, I hate
She
that.
is.
I
She's-
hate that
She's
line.
gagging for pain,
Stop it.
and she's
Stop.
not getting any.
Don't be yucky. Okay, she is a woman with needs,
Yeah.
and she likes this guy, and she would like to connect with him. That's how we say it as
That's
adults.
a delightful way of
and
saying
not-
gagging for pain.
Well, I'm not a 14-year-old boy, so there's that.
Joey asks whether maybe this guy drives on the other side of the road.
Yeah. I love Phoebe's response. No, he's not British.
But what Joey means is
Yeah.
maybe he's gay.
Yeah, yep. And like he's voluntarily chosen to go out with Phoebe then? Like I
Well,
know where
This was at a time when people hid their gayness, and maybe
well,
Phoebe's
sort
a beard.
of. Like they didn't necessarily always hide it. Like there were people out and
Yeah.
living
Yeah,
freely, and I mean, sure, it was like, was it towards the end of the AIDS crisis? I just don't
this
feel
was
like we needed to add any more homophobia to the conversation.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then it's weird, and the conversation progresses, and she's like, "No, we were dancing, and he held me close, and he looked in my eyes." And Rachel's like, "How much can you tell from a look?"
Yeah.
And Phoebe says, "No, I felt it on my hip."
Yeah. Peen.
So he's tall. That's what I got from that conversation.
What do you mean?
Well, to put it in your words, if his peen
Yeah.
is at her hip, he's tall.
What? Doesn't that just mean they're like roughly the same height?
Well, I suppose it is pointing north. Due north. No, but I don't know. Yeah, that's not anything. Oh my god. I
You're
need more.
dirty.
I'm not.
Just drink your hot toddy.
I'm about to. You start talking.
But okay, well, the conversation is disrupted because Phoebe notices Ross and Julie making out the window, to which she very kindly tells Rachel, "Oh no, don't look."
Yeah. So, of course, Rachel looks, but she's over it. She's okay. She opted for insanity.
For sanity.
She opted for... Yeah. Well, let's face it. She did opt for insanity. She says she opted for sanity. She's going on a date
she's even
that
got a
Monica
date.
set her up with.
Yeah.
And then she still has to throw the line. So he can push her right up to that window, throw her through it for all I care.
Yeah.
Come on.
She's still
Julie's not a
jealous.
bad person.
She's still jealous.
Of course she is. That's the point of the line.
Okay.
Very perceptive.
I'm practically Sherlock. But then Ross and Julie come in. Ross is there to ask Monica if he can come by later and pick up, what was it? Fluffy?
Fluffy's toys.
Yeah.
Only if you say his full name, Fluffy Meowington.
Yeah.
But why does Monica have cat toys?
This is what I was wondering.
At her
Who
apartment.
is Fluffy Meowington? Was this Ross's cat? Was it Monica's cat? Was it a childhood cat that for some reason Monica kept the toys of?
The only pet they've ever mentioned is Chi Chi.
Well, and that's Rachel's.
No, that's LePoo.
Oh, yes, that's LePoo. Yes.
LePoo died.
Yes. Chi-Chi is the one who went to live on the farm.
Oh my god, Chi-Chi! You don't know your Friends trivia.
Oh,
shows.
piss off. I do too, and I will prove it to you later in a lightning round.
I'm ahead. Doubt that.
Yeah, so I found that odd because we've never heard about a cat before or since.
Nope.
But Ross needs the cat toys because him and Julie are getting a cat
And it's not like it was
together.
Pablo's cat because they returned Pablo's. Yeah, I call bullshit on this whole storyline. Why not just write, oh, we're going to pick up some toys later for Fluffy. And then Monica says, say his full name. See, I'm a script improver.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I am. It's a role I was born for.
But of course, as you can guess, as anybody could guess, Rachel gets jealous about this.
Yeah, it's weird that they're getting a cat together.
Yeah.
Even though they say it's actually going to live half of the time at Ross's and half of the time at Julie's. Like, they're sharing this poor cat who's going to be so confused. But they're not moving in together. Would you fucking calm down? They're being idiots in their 20s and sharing a pet.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. What?
Yeah.
Dickheads. Consistency and routines for animals works, okay?
Okay.
I feel sorry for Fluffy Meowington.
So Rachel's in such a state that she rushes out. She forgot she has her date, and but she takes the cup and tray with her, and we're not supposed to take these.
Isn't she also wearing her apron?
She is. She's in full work
She
outfit.
doesn't return that. I like the line, though. I'm going to go out for a nice date, and you guys have a nice cat.
Yep. Okay.
That's good. I like that line. You don't?
I think it's okay.
You think it's bad?
I don't think it's
I could
bad.
improve it. I could improve it.
Go for it.
Oh, not right now. Not on command. Only when it comes to me. No, just give me a sec. So then we get to the crux of the episode. Not quite yet, but this is like the famous scene.
Is it?
Not yet. Not yet. It's leading to it.
Okay.
Do you not know what scene I'm talking about?
I don't remember what
What
you're
are you?
talking
What? It's like such a famous scene. And that, my friends, is closure.
Oh, is that this episode?
Yes?
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I know the scene. But what you're trying to say is that Rachel's on the worst date ever.
Oh, I feel so bad for this guy.
I know. He just got out of a divorce.
Yeah, and this is the first date he's been on. So he's nervous. He's worried, they've changed dating since he, got out of it. And, he's finally ready to open up again and put his heart on the line. And Rachel is just going on about fucking cats.
Yeah, how long do cats live?
My God.
She's
so rude.
Yeah.
It's all about her all the time.
When he goes to cheers her and she's like, oh, yeah, clink.
It's so rude. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's great writing. It's great writing.
Yeah.
She's insufferable. And then he's like, oh, this person who's getting a cat with his girlfriend, is he an ex-boyfriend? Because, that's your cue, Rachel, to shut the fuck up about Ross and the cat. And she's like, he wishes. So not only is she rude to this guy, she's so entitled about her non-existent relationship with Ross.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you what, sometimes they deserve each other. My God. You can't treat people like this.
Yeah, but Rachel does.
You mustn't.
Rachel does. You
mustn't be an asshole. It's not good.
And then while Rachel's on her date, we cut back to the coffee shop where Phoebe is upset that her date is not putting out. But she says, I figured it out. It's just that I'm not sexy enough.
I know. Phoebes, you are the most attractive human on the planet.
Just ask Joey.
Yeah.
Joey says, do you know what I told Chandler when I first met you? I said, great butt, nice rack.
I think it's nice but great rack. But anyway. Yeah, and I love that she's so sweet. I'm offended, but so sweet.
Yeah.
Because that's Joey.
Yeah.
That's your relationship with Joey.
Yeah.
He's so sweet, but offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then Joey, which we do see a lot of in the seasons to come, is the bearer of great advice. You just have to talk to him.
Yes. which
My
is
God.
not only is that like it's the obvious advice, and Joey is the only one who is like. It's weird. Joey's such a great character because in some ways he's so dumb, and yet he's the only one smart enough to be like, just ask him.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of advice that Monica should be giving Phoebe in this situation.
Well, no. So
but it has to come from Joey.
No, that's what I was about to say. It has to come from Joey because nothing is happening with Joey this episode.
Well, true.
Yeah, so they've just given him, and I think sometimes that is what happened a lot. Joey doesn't have enough going on dramatically and over the course of the seasons. Like he doesn't have love interests in and out, like Ross and Rachel do.
True.
And he doesn't have the building of a relationship like Monica and Chandler do. Like they use Phoebe and Joey kind of the same way a lot of the time.
True.
They're just this character who's like, oh, this is the voice of reason. Why are you being a dickhead?
Yeah.
But I love that about them. Like, it comes to be a core part of his character. He is the best friend.
More than Phoebe, you'd say?
Yeah, Phoebe's like, she's a lone wolf. She loves them, she's good to them, but she could go her own way. Whereas Joey, like, his friends are everything to him.
Yeah.
And he is good to them.
That's
and Monica is very good to them, but she needs to be like that because it helps her control things.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're getting to the crux of the episode.
Yeah.
I can't believe you don't really remember this bit. It's like, it's everything in the Friends universe. So Rachel continues to be the worst date ever.
She gets worse. She's trolleyed off her face.
She plays trolleyed really well.
Yeah.
Can I just say, Jennifer Aniston.
I should say, for non-Australians, trolleyed means smashed, like drunk. I don't know. Well, I don't know if Americans use the term trolleyed.
I think they'd get it from their memory of the episode because everyone else remembers this scene. She only clues in to the guy not having a good time when he asks for the check.
Yeah.
Why is that brand new information to her at that point?
Yeah.
What does he say he's been playing over in his head? Like a theme or a jingle or something?
Yeah, I don't know. He said, I have been having a good time, but only because I've been playing something in my head for the last hour.
That is so sad, Rachel. Yeah. Look at yourself.
Yeah.
Look at yourself. But she doesn't. She doesn't look at herself.
No.
Well, she kind of does, but of course it's still all about her and Ross. So she's like, I'm sorry, you're not having a good time. Oh, it's just Ross. Why can't I get over him? Why? Like, no. Apologize properly and then say, sorry, can we start over? I would really like to get to know you more. Can you tell me a bit more about yourself? And I'll actually listen this time.
Yeah.
Or just say, I'm sorry, I've wasted your time and fucking leave.
Yeah.
But she doesn't.
No. And he says, look, it's fine. I've been through a divorce, which that's an actual thing, unlike what Rachel's going through.
It's not this high school crap, which Phoebe refers to it as later.
You will be fine. You just need closure.
Yeah. Do you remember now?
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yep.
So then she becomes not only a prick to her date, but to the guy sitting at the table next to them.
And what the fuck is with the line like, hey, I need your phone. He's like, I'm talking on it. She's like, look, I'll even pay for the call. What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
You can't pay for the call.
She'll give him money. It's like when someone gives you a lift and you're like, I'll pay for petrol.
Is she going to give him money for a whole new phone as well? I
Well,
doubt it.
yeah,
It's Rachel.
Yeah, because at the end she throws it in the bucket of ice.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, you just ruined it.
Well,
She calls
you ruined it. Anyway, yes, she's
already thinking of names for his cat, forgetting that he already has a name for his cat. And she's like, see, so I'm over you. I am over you. And that, my friends, is closure. The cheer from the audience at this bit, I'm like, don't cheer that. She's a rubbish human being. Stop it. Don't enable her. Enough. It incenses me.
I mean, in the audience's defense, it's not like she can hear them egging her on. Like,
well, I mean, she is a fictional character. It's
Exactly.
all fine. I don't know. I don't want to cheer that behavior. And then, yeah, she sticks the guy's mobile cell phone into an ice bucket.
mm-hmm. Yep,
It's bad form.
it is. So then we're in the apartment block and Monica is knocking on Chandler's door and he's not having a bar of it. He's like, no, it is Sunday. We are not running today.
It's God's day.
Yeah, oh, yes, which is very important to Chandler.
I also use that when I don't want to do something. I'm like, it's God's day.
And it
I don't
doesn't
wanna
even
teach
have to be
today.
Sunday.
Yeah, remember at one point you started referring to the year of our Lord 2022
Yeah.
in reference to literally everything?
Yeah.
That was so annoying.
It's great.
It's
Here we
fine.
are talking about Friends in the year of our Lord 2024.
Oh my God.
It's so much fun to say.
Is it? That's kind of offensive to religious people. Blasphemy or something like that.
Well, not as offensive as running on a Sunday is to Chandler. He's not having a bar of it.
Running in general is offensive to me. I recently had a dream I was running and it felt good and I was like, maybe that's a sign I should do something.
No, that's how you knew it was a dream.
Yeah, exactly. Because running in real life feels awful.
Yeah.
I think it was probably just a sign I should eat less chips and drink less martinis. No, they are God's martinis. The worst part of this episode, and I mean this, the worst part of this episode is Monica being like, I'm the energy train and you're my passenger or whatever she says. Woo woo. And he responds, not at all. Woo woo. Still nothing. Woo woo. She does it 3 times. It is cringe, as Gen Z would say.
But it's meant to be cringe, so it works.
Yeah. I like, though, that he leaves his own apartment, leaves her there, and I assume goes to her apartment to fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
Although, actually, he doesn't go. Maybe he goes to the coffee shop because the next scene is in their apartment.
Yes.
The famous scene. And it's my turn to introduce the the ultimate scene.
Stop drinking.
I'm as drunk as Rachel was.
Oh, no.
So she's taking some Panadol or Adenol or whatever it's called in the States.
Tylenol?
Tylenol.
Yeah.
I think Adenol is what it's called in France. Anyway.
You don't know shit. Stop pretending to know French.
What? No, I happen to... Can you look that up? I swear it's called Adenol
Hang on.
in France.
So if I just look up paracetamol brand names,
French?
France.
Yeah.
Doliprane.
No.
Yeah, it's not Adenol. Do you want me to just look up Adenol and see if that's a thing anywhere or if you just pulled it out of your
I
ass?
didn't pull it out of nowhere.
You did. It's
I
not a
didn't.
thing.
I
just
didn't.
Googled. It doesn't exist.
It fucking does. Right now, I'm going to look it up and you'll be sorry.
Anyway,
No,
the point is...
I'm introducing the scene.
The point
it's
is...
a good scene. It's my scene.
Well,
It's
then
my
just-
scene.
Okay, well... then-
Adenol is... What are you talking about? It's definitely a thing that comes up. Hang on a second. Actually. Hang on.
Can we please talk
It's a
Friends?
lubricant for machines.
Yeah, okay. Let's just talk Friends.
No.
So
I'm right.
Rachel's trolleyed. She's
No,
really
she's not
hungover.
trolleyed. She's hungover now. And she's like, Adderall. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. Yeah, all right, piss off.
Glad we sorted that out.
Yeah, I am glad, actually. I was on the right track. So Ross asks how her date was. He's rushed in, slammed the door. And she's like, well... He asked how the date was, and she's like, well, I think there was a restaurant. I know there was wine.
Yeah.
So you do remember that much, Rachel? How can you forget the next bit? Anyway, I love this scene. This scene is really well written, I think.
Yeah, because Ross says, okay, I'm going to check my messages before.
No, wait. Before that, she's like, maybe I had a dream about you. Did we talk last night on the phone? Like her memory is foggy. And he's like, no, I don't think so. But actually, I stayed at Julie's. I haven't checked my messages. Do you mind if I do so? And she walks off into the bedroom. So the blocking of the scene is really good as well. And she's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And he's like, hey, Rach. He's like, hey, Rach, I have a message from you. And that's when she like pauses in the doorway looking terrified. It's really well done. And then she's like, Ross, give me the phone. Give me the phone.
The way she jumps on him.
She like walks over the couch and jumps on him to try rip the phone from his ear.
Yeah.
And he just stops and he's like, "You're over me?" And then she has to die of embarrassment, which I really enjoy. Because Rachel, you deserve this. And he says, this is the best part of the whole scene, in my opinion. Who's Michael? Because if you remember, she suggests calling his cat Michael as she so kindly throws her date a bone. Oh, here you go. I'll get him my ex nothing that I am obsessed with and can't pay attention to you for. I'll get him to name his cat after you.
Yeah.
Get fucked, you fucking mole. It's so awful.
Yeah.
Who's Michael?
but then he's like, when were you under me?
Yeah, yep, because she keeps saying she's over him.
Yeah.
And that, my friends, is closure.
Yeah.
And then she's like, lately I've sort of had feelings for you. And he's like, what?
And she's like, well, you had feelings for me.
Well, you had
first.
feelings first. She doesn't say it calmly.
No.
And he's like, what? When did you, how did you? And then she's like, Chandler told me.
I love the way he says, when did he?
When did he? Yeah. When you were in China meeting Julie. And then he remembers, oh yeah, Julie's a person.
Yeah, no, I love that moment because, again, a little bit of a future flash forward. It just reminds me of Mona. Yes.
Ross is the worst. Oh, if you were dating Ross and you weren't Rachel, I just feel bad for you. It's awful. It's just awful. And if you're dating Rachel and you're not Ross, I feel bad for you too. These two deserve each other. They're equally awful. But then, yeah, Julie buzzes because she's just holding a cab while he runs up to get Monica's pretend cat toys that she's never owned.
Yeah.
And Rachel has the audacity to say, what, you're going? So you assumed that, oh, I tell him everything and he drops his entire universe for me.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Get fucked. And then we get a nice little line here at the end where he's like, well, I have to. I
have a cat.
I have a cat.
I have a girlfriend. We're getting a cat. And
Yeah.
then he just looks at her and says,
Cat.
cat.
And leaves. Who's Michael?
Good stuff.
So funny.
So then we're over at Joey's apartment where he's laying on the couch watching a rabbi play electric guitar because he can't find the remote.
That is really well written stuff. This is where I feel like you can tell that they took experiences from like the writers, talking about their friends and things like that. It's so true. Back in the day, you only had what was on TV, unless you went to the video store or paid to go to the movies. And if you lost the remote and couldn't be bothered to get up, you know what it's like when you finally sat down.
So Phoebe comes in and very kindly turns the TV off for him, to which he says, oh, thank you. Like as if that was never an option.
Nah. That was always an option.
But Phoebe says that she went over to Mike's today and they did it.
Yeah, and then we get some of the saddest scenes ever.
You think, really?
Oh, it's just awful. I feel bad for Phoebes.
No.
Why was the bar set so low for us? It's still low.
Well, hang on, though. Hang on. Let's ignore the rest of the episode and let's just focus on this scene at this point. Because you're going off what Joey is saying as if this guy did the wrong thing. Was this guy not genuine? Like, maybe he really did just want to wait until it was serious. Like, I mean, you know what I mean?
Maybe,
and then Joey's the one who's like, wait, so this guy got you to beg for sex, say that he never has to call you again, and he got you to think this is a great idea. This guy is my god.
Yeah.
Like, I think that that's Joey reading into it. I don't necessarily think that this guy is a pig.
Maybe, but I don't know. It just, that's the ultimate, like, that's the finisher for that storyline.
Yeah.
So that is where it ends up.
Yeah,
we don't
guess.
get Phoebe being like, "Ha, Joey, he did call me," and
True.
We're getting a cat together.
They're gonna name it Michael. Michael.
I want to get a cat and name it Michael.
just so that you can say Michael.
No, well, that's a different show.
Yeah, that's Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, Vanessa Bayer. God, I love it. And Michael.
That wasn't
Anyway.
Vanessa Bayer.
What? Yes, it is.
No, that was Adie Bryant.
Oh,
Michael.
and Michael. Yeah,
Anyway,
you're right.
anyway, we digress.
Vanessa Bayer did the little Jewish boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, oh man, they don't make him like they used to. Anyway, I just like Vanessa Bayer. Yeah, that's the end of that sort of storyline in the episode. So I do feel like it's just showing, Phoebe's got gypped.
Fair. Yeah.
It's just sad, and Phoebes deserves better.
Yeah.
And normally, like, doesn't care about that kind of thing. Like, when she says, okay, sex doesn't have to be all, this serious thing. It can be two people in the moment. She's being genuine there.
Yeah.
But she still ultimately gets gypped in the episode.
I get. Yeah.
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 Welcome to the 90s.
It's the 90s.
It's the 90s, Colin. Why are we referencing so much SNL? Jesus.
So then we get the real famous scene from this episode.
Nuh-uh,
This is what I.
It's my turn
But
to
this
introduce
is what I
it.
thought. This
I
is
get all
why
the
I
good
was
scenes.
confused earlier when you were like, "Oh, the crux of the episode, the famous scene." I was like, "This isn't it."
The crux of the episode is like the catalyst. I mean,
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because this is what I think of as the.
okay, but
famous
it's my
scene of
scene.
the
I get
episode.
to
Okay, all
introduce
right.
it.
you
I
go.
get all the good scenes. Wait, what happens? She's
Oh my
closing
God.
up,
Which is-
probably poorly.
Which is something bizarre. Like, we've never seen this before or since. I do not believe that Rachel has ever been in charge of closing the coffee shop alone. It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense because she would do it wrong,
Yeah.
but it's fine. Whatever. Like, I'm sure she's had to do it.
And even though the coffee shop is closed, she hasn't yet locked the door.
No. Oh, I mean, that's sometimes you just forget to do those things. Did you forget to do that at the video store? The door was the first thing you locked.
First thing I would do is turn off all the lights to make everyone leave. And
What?
then after they
Wait,
left, I
wait,
would lock the door.
customers were in the store and you turned the lights off on them?
Fuck yes.
What the hell? Man, how did you ever get employment anywhere else? Like, how did you ever get references? God, you were terrible at your job. Remember when you were eating KFC on the bench?
Yeah.
We've
it was
talked about
sick.
this.
It was a great job.
And your boss walked in, you were like, want some?
Yeah. Anyway, so
never.
she's locking up, but she hasn't locked the door. Ross comes in and says, "I didn't get a cat."
Yeah. And she says, oh, really? That's interesting. He's like, no, it's not interesting.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, Ross. And they immediately start fighting.
Yes. He says it's not fair for her to do this to him now. He's
Yep.
got a girlfriend. Why couldn't she tell him earlier? She's like, well, I didn't know earlier, blah, blah, blah.
Yep. They're both in the wrong. It's all shit. Whatever. You guys deserve each other. Just fucking sort it out already and stop, like, leaving a trail of people in your wake.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do over the course of the 10 seasons. But, yeah, so he has, like, anger towards her because she drunkenly told him and he can't process that information, and then it wasn't her fault because she didn't know then, and he had every opportunity. They spent every night of the last year together, and he's like, not every night, which gets a laugh from the audience.
Yeah.
And then she's like, why don't you just swallow your feelings now? He's like, I've been doing it since the 9th grade. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, he storms off.
So then why are you here? Oh, and then he's like, Italian guys got in the way.
Yeah,
Ex-fiance.
I would be curious to know what he has said to Julie at this point. Like, why did they not get a cat? Did he say to her, Rachel said this, I don't think I can get a cat? Or did he just, like, freak out and say, no, we're not getting a cat? Like, I would be curious to know what has happened.
I think he did the whole typical man thing for that time, and probably still now. Thank God I'm not dating. And he was just like, oh, it's just too soon.
Yeah, maybe. So,
Because
anyway.
he hasn't broken up with her.
No, well, that's what, yeah. So he storms off, and Rachel
raining.
locks the door behind him. She sits down on the couch, and
Cries.
but Ross returns.
Yep.
And
And then
he's
she,
looking through the glass. She
like a
senses
creeper.
him there.
and she just gets up and she's like, oh, he's still there. Looking pathetic, by the way.
I think
He
he's
doesn't-
meant to be brooding. He's meant to be looking sexy, I think.
He doesn't at all. He looks like he's been stuck in the rain, and we know the rain is fake, and it's just his hair gel. So then she goes over, and I do like that they still thought to add some comedy to the scene. I actually really appreciate this. She tries to open the door. She can't. It gets like a little giggle from the audience, and then she like really shakes it, and it gets a proper laugh from the audience. But then I hate that Ross has to mansplain it to her. Try the bottom one.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Ross. I know how to open a door. It's just because I'm looking at your stupid mug and I can't concentrate.
As soon as they open the door, they look in each other's eyes and they fuck.
What? They don't. What? They just kiss.
Yeah, they fuck tongues.
They don't.
They tongue fuck.
They tongue fuck. Yuck. You're disgusting. Cut to credits.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
I wonder what will happen next.
Well, then we get the tag of the episode. It's 6:30 in the morning. Monica's trying to get Chandler to go for a run, and again, he's not having a fucking bit of it.
Nah, and fair enough. Good for you, Chandler. You stand your ground.
Yep. He says,
What he does next
no.
is a bit much.
Well, he warns her. He says, "Don't make me do anything I'll regret." And then she's the one who taunts. She says, "Why? What are you going to do, fat boy?"
Yeah, that's mean.
Yeah, she pokes him.
Yeah, right in the gut. After she was like, "We're working, we're moving." Stop it.
So
Just stop it.
I'm all with Chandler in his retaliation because
maybe.
it's a calculated, methodical cruelty. This is like some Hannibal Lecter type shit, where all he does is talk to her and he says, "You know, I love how much energy you have.
She's like, "Thanks."
You know, especially since I know it's been really hard for you to find work and you can't tell your parents because they'll be disappointed in you. And it's not like you have a
Oh.
boyfriend's shoulder to cry on."
Oh, I try to stay positive. So mean.
So you feel like going for a run?
Because you could just take a nap.
I
Lean
like
into
this
the
tag.
depression.
I like this tag. It's funny.
Yeah, it's great.
So, okay, how are you scoring this episode?
Yes. Oh, gosh. I feel like it's up there with the pretty important episodes. Whether or not I enjoy it. Like, when we play it and we're just watching it, I quote pretty much all the lines. And
Yeah.
that, my friends, is closure.
Yeah.
Who's Michael? I'll just give it a 7. It's not my fave, but it's probably it's a good written episode. Some of it not so much. I don't love the Phoebe storyline, but whatever. You know, there's always a C storyline.
Yeah.
But that scene, like the blocking, the physical acting, the way Ross delivers the, you know, when did he? Like, you know, that it's all really good.
Yeah. No, I'm exactly the same.
They're firing
I'm a
on
7
all
out of 10.
cylinders. Yeah. Like, and I do think that Jennifer Aniston has good comedic timing.
She does, yeah.
She does, yeah.
All right. Let's get to a lightning round.
I'm so good at lightning rounds.
You're fine at them.
I'm really fucking good at them. I need another hot toddy for my throat.
Well, first question. What does Monica want from Phoebe as an engagement present? Oh.
Hang on, sorry. Say that again. What does
Monica want from Phoebe as an engagement present?
For her to stop singing?
No! Her grandmother's cookie recipe.
Oh my
Nestlé
god.
Toulouse.
You Americans always butcher the French. I said that just this week. Oh.
Yep.
I even said it in class when I was speaking French. Oh, man. I was thinking of the engagement night.
Mm-hmm.
It's the next episode. Because she asks her to stop singing and says they can play it. She can play at the wedding.
Yep.
Ah! I'm so disappointed in myself.
You should be.
Nestle Toll House? All right. I think you'll know this one. What are the names of the stars of the birthing video that terrifies Chandler, Monica, and Rachel?
We watched this one recently. Candy and Cookie?
Yes.
Yes, because, yeah, is the baby Cookie or is the baby Candy? I remember there's a joke about...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because maybe both the mother and the baby are both called Candy. I forget. Okay. All right. Which other friend, apart from Chandler, does Janice hook up with?
Which other friend, apart from...
Chandler, does Janice hook up with?
Oh, Ross.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to... I was like, does Chandler hook up with? I was like, Monica. Oh, yeah, right. I think I actually owe you a question because I was a bit drunk last time and I only did one question.
Okay.
So you need two more. So which two friends hook up for the first time in the one that could have been?
Oh, Chandler and Monica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, and why do Monica and Rachel think that their building's new tenant Danny is a Yeti?
Because he's really hairy? Is that the answer? Just because he's really hairy, they fog him.
Yeah.
Is that literally
You
the answer?
fogged Danny.
Just because he's hairy?
Yeah, he just returned from a 4-month trek in the Andes and he has a large bushy beard.
Yeah.
And then she accidentally calls him Yeti.
All right. Well,
so funny.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us back here at the one where we watch the Friends Rewatch podcast. Again, we promise that we will not miss another week.
Why do you keep promising that? Calm down. If people die in your family, you're allowed to take a couple of weeks off.
Yeah.
And if people harass us, I will come for you.
But you were so touched when people harassed us.
Yeah, but I don't think you should be putting out weird false promises.
Okay.
Like, our dog is 13 years old.
Oh,
and
don't say that.
no, I don't want him to die. He will live forever. But if I'm being a realist,
Oh, God.
it's horrendous. I'm not going to record a podcast that week.
You're a bad person.
I'm not a bad person. I'm being realistic.
Oh, my God. Okay. Well, hopefully that's not going to happen this week. So hopefully next week we'll catch you all with the one with the list, which is a real favourite of mine. I love that episode.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have good discussions about that one.
Yeah.
For sure.
And if
Now we're up
you-
to the desperate part of the episode.
If you want to help support the show, the best way to do that is by telling all of your friends about this wonderful Friends Rewatch show. You can support us financially if you so choose to do so at
should not.
patreon.com/pottymouth
He's just going to buy chips and beer with that money.
And you
I like
can,
the chips.
And you can join us on, of course, the Facebook Pottymouth Radio Listener Community.
I'm not on there, so, no pressure.
I think you are. I just don't
Am
think
I?
you look at it.
Oh, I don't know. I'm very busy and important.
But thank you for joining us, and we will catch you next week.
Who's Michael?